You take all them screws out, this is what you're left with. Okay? Now what we're going to do is, you see these little tabs right here? We're going to bend them tabs straight out. I'm going to have to use a different bottle because my bottle's leaking. We're going to bend these tabs to where they're straight this way. Okay? And then you just pop these off. And I see a lot of guys on the internet not being real careful and going, oops, shit, there went my spring, and then happen to go to the junkyard and hunt down some new pieces. There's the piece this is what everything was attached to. I'm going to set that aside. I've got my little microfiber cloth here. So we're going to get a small screwdriver. We're going to bend these up with a pair of needle nose. We're going to straighten them. And then we're going to take these apart and show you what we're going to do. All right, here's the first one. So what I did is I got underneath it with a screwdriver. I'm trying to get this on camera. We got underneath this with a screwdriver and just tweaked it up. Other side, just tweaked it up. Okay? Then we come in here with our needle nose. You know, straighten that up really nice. Okay? Hang on to everything. Because you don't know what's going to come flying out of what. Especially if you've never taken one of these apart before. Okay. What I'm trying to do is, you see these little pieces that they're stuck on? Now that we got these loose, I'm trying to get this loose so that we can take this whole thing apart here. Trying not to yank on something to lose. There we go. I just had to get under it with a screwdriver and kind of pry it just a little bit. Okay. Let's kind of loosen this harness up. There we go. See the spring? We want the spring in our hand, sitting right there. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to get these little metal brackets. See, this piece fell out. We'll show you where that goes here in a minute. We want to get these little metal brackets off of the plunger. Okay? Because this is the piece we want. This goes in the back of here. This is the piece, remember the two pieces we bent up? Okay, there's the O-ring. Okay, we have new ones. They're 007 is the size. It's what everybody's telling me. You know, you go to Napa, they have no idea what you're talking about, 007. You go to Advanced, they have no idea. Because they don't have those numbers on their boxes. But O'Reilly's has a kit that has 007s. So, alright, we picked the old O-ring off. We got us a little bit of dielectric grease. Now we're going to the new O-ring on and try not to nick it or scrape it. Okay. Then what you want to do Put it back in your plunger. Okay, that goes back in there. Okay, remember that? Remember this piece? This piece here, this big opening, goes towards, I'll put it together so you can see. See how that only goes on one way? Now if I was to flip it over, it wouldn't seat all the way down. Okay? So we need that to face inward. After you get the cage on. So, let's get the cage on. I know it's going to be, here, let me go ahead and, all right, we got that on. Now we need to slip our collar in here. Slip our collar in here, just like that. See the collar? Okay. Remember that spring? The spring goes inside the black tube. If I can, okay, put the spring inside the black tube. Now you just flip this over and kind of wiggle it until it goes back together. Now remember, that big metal collar piece only goes on one way, so you got to kind of fiddle with it, turn it a little bit, fiddle with it, and it'll all just fall right into place. Just be patient. Well, she just wants to be difficult. We will be back.